It is very likely that by the time these are up on YouTube, the problem will already be solved. We don't know when this is going to be solved. I would have to get my computer back before I could solve it. That will probably be the case by the time that the 13th and the 14th part of the series is uploaded to YouTube. And by the time you see it on there, it may have been a while since these videos were recorded, but there was just a little issue with trying to get it to upload from my tablet. It just wouldn't work because the video was so long, and the time I was trying to upload it, it just stayed at 11% the whole time, and it was like a 42-minute video. So I have come on here right now just to make this one short and quick. For this moment in time, my parents are out of town, so I kind of have this corner of the basement to carve in and do a video in without all the extra noise. I tried turning on some other technology, tried to do it from some other devices, like my dad's computer. Don't know how to turn it on, how to get it to work, what they do. So just came on to say that I'm going to finish doing what I've been doing here, and before I go much further, there is one more thing I need to go over here and get, because most of them have already been worked on this much, but I am thinking that I'll go ahead and do the next demonstration here as far as how making these Santas goes, and might even just make it down to just two, even in this corner where I kind of have to keep it clean and can't have the chips scattering everywhere. I have found a new solution. I use this little steel pan that I carve over, but I do want to come on here quick just to try to make a demonstration to you all of how this will work. You've seen how yesterday we have carved this much into them, but there's another little part that comes along next, and I've been doing this as well on some of these other ones I've been carving, but since I've gotten further along without filming it on some of these others, I would just like to kind of come on here and do a little demonstration of how I'm going to take this much off here and this much off the back. First of all, the part you take off the front is below the hands here, and once we kind of get that taken care of, you can see there's quite a few out here that I've already done that with, and while we're going to have a little bit more ways to go about that, it's going to take a little time just to, and see, like I'm saying here, we're going to get it off the back as well. This is how it's going to go. Take care of little matters as they need to be, and shine, shine, shine. Try to be a little ray of light in another person's darkness. For this is how I'm getting them to come along. Do think I'm going to have to shorten my time a little bit, make this little video a little more shorter than the previous, just to try to save a little space on my tablet device, try to get things where they need to be, get things where they need to go, the little matters they can all take care of themselves as the time comes. I may run out of space on my Amazon Drive, but just do need to let you all know that the videos will save to my device until more space comes in to the Amazon Drive. And I've got another one here that I'm going to do that on and try to take the demonstration along. There's probably not going to be much to talk about today because this is a day when we're trying to demonstrate along. For all the time it would take to carve certain steps on all 10 of these Santas, it would end up being the kind of thing where it would take several videos to do it, or maybe an extra long one. Even if the video just came out a little extra long, it would be the kind of thing where it would just tire my hands to do them all at once. So, time to keep this going the way it needs to be. Try to keep this as straight as it needs to go. Try to work into this and get this going just fast and fine, and little matters are all taken care of by this very means. And as we know, there's a way these Santas are coming along. There's a way this work is coming along. There's a way that doing this shall come along. And we shall kind of make this work. Just see how it comes out. Because there's a lot of talk about faith in this. This is just the source of my faith in life. Sometimes we kind of got to believe in ourselves, have a little faith with works. Because sometimes too, you know, just as much as we have to have faith in things, we have to work with it too, because that's why the Bible tells us that faith without works is dead. This time in our lives, I will say that sometimes these chips fly around in places. They get on the sofa and get on my clothing a little bit, so sometimes I kind of have to pick them up and throw them back in the pan, keep them under control, keep them from going everywhere so they don't make such a general mess. But there's going to come a video where I'm going to be showing you all a little bit more about how much chips get in the pan when I go about carving like this, because that's about the amount of time that it takes when things get to working like they do. And then there gets to be a little hard part to it, and once you come down to it, it'll take you just a little further and probably just make you come out with a much better, brighter, neater, cleaner project. And I've just got so much more to say. There's one of these that is in the pan. I haven't quite carved into it yet, but as I want to say, these are coming quite a ways, and probably once it gets down to these, there's a certain step that I will have accomplished on 5 of these, as it turns out, because there's just one here left out of the 6 in the pan that I haven't started on, or have started on, but haven't gotten quite as much work into it as I have these other 5, just like I haven't gotten quite as much work into the other 4 that are over in the shop. But just come to say that this is just the way that little acts of work shall come along, and brighten our days, make our lives a little better, make us think a little better and brighter, make us stronger, and make us think and see how this world really operates to a good percentage. Because I'm telling you all that times are hard right now with all we got going on over COVID and the vaccines and all the ways people get political about things like that. But we know also that our times shall come to pass. All the things that are bothering us to this day, it's like, hold on, change is coming. Hold on, don't worry about a thing. Just have a little faith in God and things will get better. And things will get easier and things will get brighter. But I do have to kind of come on here and say that what I've done so far is going to be all for today. So we're just going to kind of put things away right now, take care of things as they need to be, and brighten a little life here and there, and show you all a little glory and faith in who we are and what we can be. Amen.